Hello viewers, welcome to CodeForAny. If you hear new, hit subscribe buttons and notification bell so you can never miss any our incredible content. Flutter text app inside today we need to see this here the user parts we need to develop here because we need this here the create request or we need this here the this UI and also need to use this screen inside the first of all the get here the pickup address and then up to select here the drop address and after we need to select this here the driver specific service we need to provide so we need to give this here the multiple service example like this go red go greens go yellow like this different service we need to provide and we need to and different price for different service and the user can specific one select and then after we need to create here the request and this website inside we need to not integrate any payment gateway and let's start how to write down first of all we need to write down here the go view and to create here the new folder so we need to give this here user home create here the users like this and now we need to create inside the user home need to write down here user home view dot like this create and then after we need to copy this here home view we need to copy this home view and to convert inside the user home. This is the displaying here the driver home view need to displaying here but now need to convert inside the user home. Now need to go here need to write down here user home need to find out this same text and to replace this here user home like this I need to write down here and also need to remove this here this go buttons as well as need to remove this here otherwise need to create here the removing this no needs now centers first of all need to clear this all things unused need to remove here this text need to minimize here also this map minimize and now need to check this here one by one so need to clearings unused need to no needs here the go buttons also need to remove here like this and one more thing so need to remove again here and to change this direction space between two need to write down here and like this and then after so need to go another thing so need to give this here accuracy no need this data need to clear here like this clear here save here also need to configure first of all you need to open this here main dots display screens inside go this here and use you need to remove here and now need to directly set this here the configurations need to next screens inside home screen to need to use this here direct user logins need to check here the tabs need to matters here need to write down here the proper conditions and need to apply this here check this here the tabs play screens and we need to logins if we need to check these conditions user type equal to 1 then user logins else parts else if so need to write down here service calls maybe need to set here 2 then driver login cut here this text and to put this here, and else parts need to write down like this. User login like this. Set here and also set this value here. And now need to give this here users and to also imports here this user view and to save this here. Now need to call this here logouts button, need to click this here and also need to check inside the database. Need to create for one users. Now we need to change this here this user or to declare this here the driver user. Now need to convert inside the app users. We need to create here for this like this, and also need to log in this user as a users. We need to log in here. First of all need to go and to calling this here, enter these numbers 9875 987654 3210. This is the user logins. Now need to convert and now need to verify here the user OTP. Need to verify captcha and then after so need to call this here 12345 6. This is the static password. Need to set here the state users. Now need to next click on no need, so need to maybe fix this here this issue. Need to check this here after logins. Need to check this here the screens. First of all need to fix this here the issue for the continue the screens. Need to go inside the OTP screens and to verify after the submittings. Need to check this here user tabs. Need to specify here submit data as a type 2. Now here not now matters, but we need to need this here to verify these users and to check this here emit methods. We need to call this here for this state managements. We need to change this here the state. Go here results states cubics. Maybe we need to check this here in which place to listen these events. Verify and in credentials need to get this here. Then after this blocks and to get this here successfully change the status. Now check this here if context dot not context use this here service service call dot user types. Need to give this here equal to 1. Then need to go this here mark these configurations else parts. Need to go these profiles and we need to check this here the verification states. Need to get this here or not. Need to check this here if service call dot users objects dot status. We need to check this here equal to 1. Then I want to go this here the I need to go here verify status context dot need to call this here the push extensions methods and to write down here form view like this. You need to configure this here this data as a like this. Also need to copy here, save, and to go this here the play screens, and to also need to configure these conditions here, and we need to fix this here the flow issue like this. Now we need to restart this here the screen. Now click on logouts and to test this flow. Now log in this years against this users 987654321 and to click on continue, and then after need to verify captcha here. Need to select here the straight. Okay. Now need to submit here OTP. Submit here. Now direct openings here the this users logins need to login here, and we need to check this here. Need to check this here the flow. Maybe not gets your user types. Response user tab need to get this here the who. That's why maybe issue here. Need to check this here. Okay, understand. So need to replace this here, this logins response inside the change this create and new users. That's why I need to get like this issue. Delete here, this users no needs, and also need to log out here, this users. And now go sign in methods, and need to pass this here. These service calls need to give this here user type as a one like this. Now need to save, start, give this here verify, continue, submit here. Need to check this here response. Not write down any push content, that's why not working here. To call this here user object dot homes, click on save this here. Now need to submit again, and to open this here this user UI like this displaying now, and to fix this here now need to go inside this home, and also need to remove this here this top view. Need to find out here first of all, and need to clear these amounts no needs. Now these clusters remove here, and to give this here, and like and now we need to create one more thing. So we need to create first of all the text fields. Write down your text. Need to give this here the pickup. Set here the styles. We need to give this here the stack styles. We need to set here the color. T color primary, not primary text. We need to give this here like this. Set here font size. Set here 15, and also need to give this here the font weight 500. Now need to check this here like this. To create here the row. Also need to set here verticals, horizontals, padding to give this here the 20. And to give this here size boxed. Heights, we need to give this here 25. Is bottoms, we need to leave this here, and also need to set here 700 is good. Like this. Same as we need to create for the destinations. Copy here, paste this here. Now give this here the head space. Set here the 15. Const. Now need to change this here. Drop off locations. Like this, and to change these colors we need to give this here the red colors, which is drop off locations. And now need to create here the buttons for the pickup locations. Otherwise you need to create here the one more things. You need to change this here, and to reflect change this centers need to get this here and to pick this here like this. Need to convert. Now need to create here the buttons for the pickups locations. Write down here the row, create here children's, and now calling this here, create here the UI for the pickup pin. To create here the context box, containers, box decorations, and to create here good UI. Use this here the T color primary, and after border radius you need to set this here circulars 10, and now need to give this here width 10, 20, and height also need to give this here the 20 like this here. And put this here. Now need to set here the text sized box, which need to give this here some space between these dots like this. And now another, so we need to create here the text fields. We need to copy this here and to paste this here. And now need to set here select your locations. And now need to change this here color primary. Placeholders need to give this here and to set here regular. Now need to create this UI designs. Need to develop here. First of all need to create here containers. Now declares here first of all the paddings, const edges inset symmetric, horizontals need to give this here the 15s, and verticals need to give this here 10 like this set seats. Now need to define here the decorations, copy here, paste this here, and we need to apply this here color to need to white, color white like this. Now we need to create here the box shadow, punch dot edges, need to write down here the box shadow, set here the colors, color black. Then after we need to define here the blur radius, we need to set this here the 2 like this, and we need to set here the spread radius, we need to give this here 5. Well, 2 is good. Also need to set here the specific heights, we need to give this here, need to set here the 15 is good now, and also need to set here the margins, const dot edges insert symmetric, horizontal, verticals need to give this here the 8 like this good, and also need to see here set 8 like this. And then after we need to select this here another text fields, we need to develop this here, so need to cut here this data and to convert into the commons, need to cut here. Now need to write down here the common widgets, and to write down here user location select button, select button is good, selection select button dot location select button, location like this, give this here the names. And now need to create here the stateless widgets, and to give this here location select button like this, we need to create here paste here. Now imports here the material widgets like this, set here color extensions, we need to put this here, no needs, but we need to declare here finals, and we need to write down here as a, maybe we need to create here titles string, titles final, colors we need to give this here is a color property. Then after finals, set here the string as a value like this. Now we need to set here finals, we need to give this here word callbacks like this, on press event like this, set here, and two configurations are the needed here, add final parameters like this, need to configure this here. So now need to create here the columns, and one more thing, so need to add here minimum size, need to set this here minimum, max this size need to set here minimums, and cross axis alignment need to also give this here as a start like this. And now need to go to home screens here, and we need to copy this title series, also cut here, and we need to paste this here like this. Now we need to set as a titles here the titles, then after colors need to give this here the color, and also need to same colors need to give this here as a this dot colors here. Now we need to set here the placeholders are the important here. Need to write down here string placeholder like this, and to give this here required this dot placeholders like this sets here. Then after so need to give this here the placeholder value, paste this here, and we need to give this here the value if need to write down here value equal to blank, then display as this placeholders, otherwise displaying here this value. And also need to set here the text alignment. We need to set here text align set as a left, and need to write down here maximum length. Need to give this here once, otherwise need to give this here the 2 is maximum is good. And also need to give this here the blank text to set here the placeholder colors, otherwise need to give this here the selection. Want to give this here t colors primary text. We need to like this, we need to apply this here and to configurations. And now one more thing, we need to give this here the widgets and to write down here button in ink well. And on tab events we need to give this here on press save here. Now need to go location buttons and to import this here like this, set here the titles pickup, give this here the placeholder, please select your select pickup location. Give this here color t color primary like this, set here the value as a blank. Now on press events need to give this here like this. Same as we need to create here the drop off locations, need to paste this here. Now need to set drop off locations, please select here drop off locations, set here red colors we need to assign here, save this like here, and we need to apply this here. And one more things, I need to create here extensions and to call this here expand widgets expanded. And also need to give this here the icons, set here arrow to call this here right arrow. Need to give this here, need to give this here the colors t color primary text like this, size need to give this here 20 15, and need to set this here is not by these colors. Need to set here the secondary text like this. Maybe need to change this here arrow right. 20 like this. Now this is the displaying good this years. And one more things, buttons need to write down here creatings home inside. Copy here, need to set this here. Change this here, so need to get this here. Get. Create here. Rounded button. To set here titles. Next. Otherwise need to give this here continue button. Need to fix this here typo. Continue. Now need to get here set here the types. Set here four. No needs here types not displaying goods. That's why need to remove. Increase this here height. Need to set this here as a 20. Like this we need to set here. And one more things, need to give this here the selection view. Need to remove unused board here. Full is pickup. Select pickup. By default need to set this here the false. Copy here, and we need to one more thing, so we need to create here it set states. Is pickup need to set here the false of drop of locations, and if pickups then to set here true. Like this configures. Now need to give this here the selection is select. Like so need to give this here finals bool is select, and also need to write down here this dot is select. By default need to set here the false. Like these conditions need to apply this years and to configure this years, and then after need to give this here the set here the borders if active. Then to create here the borders need to write down here borders. Need to write down here the borders all. Need to write down here the color color primary not primary. We need to use this here the color property, and to give this here width as a 2 like this. If need to check this here is select, then only display, otherwise not display. Need to set here the null value. Need to set this here like this. And one more things, if this selected, and also need to change this here the shadow colors. We need to apply this here. We need to change here this shadow. We need to call this here color dot with alpha. We need to configure this here 12% with opacity 0.12 like this. Remove this const value, and to fix this here save here. Now need to restart the screen, and we need to go inside the home view and to write down here is select, and to give this here is pickup. Select pickups like this, and or another, so need to not pickup. Save here like this. Applying here need to write down here the by default set here true. Restart this. You change here like this, change these pins as well as we need to this data. And now we need to next tomorrow need to see this here, this centers value need to give this here, the get this address, and to latitude longitude, so need to set this here specific this centers, need to this centers value need to call this here get here this center value, and to put this here the pickup pins, as well as select here drop and to display here the drop pins. If you select here the first time this pickup, always need to put this here the center ones pins, and to change these locations and to get this here the pin value, and to put this here these locators, you need to get this here, and to put this here the address value, you need to give this here, and then to continue next buttons need to click here like this, need to create inside the tomorrow video. And today we need to create only the designs. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any question, so please write down the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.